Hey everybody, back with another video. This one's going to add on to the series about device programmers. The Arcade Buffet gave me this, or let me borrow it, just to mess around with. I don't think it's ever been tested. Don't know if it's going to work or not. But if it does, we'll do some review or a little bit of a comparison of the software. It's called a TOP2004. I think this was probably around 2004 time frame, but it is USB based. Looks like a 40-pin ZIF socket, and it is Chinese, but I think you can still download the software from around the 2007 time frame at MCU Mall. So I'm going to take this apart real quick. We'll look at what the inside looks like, but I really just want to clean it, and then we'll go hook it up to the computer. Pretty simple device. As you can see, I just mainly want to get the air compressor on it and get some of this dust out. Let's see if you can see this okay. That does not look good right there. Look, I don't know what's going on there. Hopefully the traces are good. But really just a couple of, I think it has like some type of, I don't know which one. Can you see these? If I get in a better light or something, I might be able to tell what chips are. I'll link to somebody. Somebody on the web actually broke these down, but just basically a bunch of transistors, some resistors, and a couple of programmable chips, I guess, to do the stuff. And I think obviously one of these is for the USB. So supposedly this can do 25 volts, which is going to be crazy if it can do 25 volts. What's that look like? I might touch some of the solder up. We'll see. Alright, that's what it looks like. Nothing special. Pretty simple thing. Alright, here we are at the bench here. Go ahead and plug this thing in. And hopefully you can see that. Just has a red light on it. Alright, and we're going to go, let me show you where to download its stuff at, I guess. This is a Windows XP machine. It might work with Windows 7, I would assume. So let's go to MCU Mall. Whoops. MCU Mall downloads. You guys can see that hopefully. And then we'll do a search for 2004. And there you see the top 2004. God dang, it's kind of hard to see. Hopefully it comes out better than through the viewfinder. It says top win EN English, I guess, 10. Version 2.52 2007 download here. So I downloaded that and I installed it. And one of the things is make sure you hit this reload driver here, because when I ran the application without reloading the USB driver that this programmer wanted, it was just rebooting my machine, so who knows what's going on there, but hopefully now it works. And let me make it a little bit smaller so we can zoom in here. There we go. That should be good. Alright, so one of the things you can do is under settings, we can go to the system. This is the version of Windows I'm running, obviously. Hit programmer. We know it's communicating with the programmer. That's the version there. I don't know what that is up there. That might be Chinese or something. Check the USB power. I don't know what it's doing, but it says it's okay. Look at the serial number of the programmer. So that's all stuff we can do. There is a self-diagnostic, I guess, but I don't know how you run it, or all it does is gives me a little beep code from the computer. If we go to type, we can see from an Intel, we'll go EEPROM, Intel, It does say that it can do 25 volts. We're going to test that here in a second. But it shows you all the way up to 27C080, which is pretty big as far as, I think that's not 16-bit, is it? Maybe. But yeah, most of the arcade ROMs, like 2764, 2732, 2716, if we go to Texas Instrument, from an arcade standpoint, no 2532s, which is kind of a downer. They can't do 2532s. But it does do 2564s, can't do 2516s either. 27-128s. So, it'll probably get you by, and those are the two. It has some pretty standard ones here. This is just a standard algorithm with the question mark here. 2716, 2732, 2732, 12 volts, 21 volts, 25 volts. So, if it does the 25 volt stuff, I would say this could probably satisfy most of your needs. It does do gals as well, so lattice, as well as some others that I'm not familiar with. But you can see that it does do these gals, which the GQ4X I don't think does. It can test SRAM. So this is more like the TL866, but probably because it does higher voltage, if you could get one of these, for cheap, I would say I would go with this versus the GQ. But you can test 7400 series chips, so we could test a 74 LS04 or an LS08 or something like that if we wanted to. And you can choose what the voltage is down here, so supports low voltage testing as well. So assuming that there was a version of this TTL chip that wasn't 5 volts, I guess, you could test that. Alright, let me get a chip, a 2716, and let's program. Actually, I had a whole bunch of chips in my programmer. See if you can see what that one is. 27C64 TMS. So let's do that. These were in my eraser, Let's go type, EEPROM. If we just type in 27C, does anything come up? No. Let's see, if we type in I-25. Weird. I don't know what, oh, here's the search. Let's do search here. Let's just do 25C, 27C, 64, 27C64, that's what we had. It was in Intel. Same thing. But really we want Texas Instruments, if we want to be exact. 27C64, yes, that's what we want. Alright, we're going to put that in. And we want to blank check it. No connected pins. Alright. Got an error. We're not off to a good start. I might need to clean the ZIF socket here. So let me just go back and forth a little bit. Go to blank check. Alright, maybe it's just not blank. Let's take another one. Let's do 27C512. Okay. Blank check it. Alright, cool. Blank checked, okay. So that one just must not be blank, so that's good news. Cool. Alright. Now let me go get a 2716. Let's go 2716, 25 volts. And we're going to blank check it. It says blank check OK. That must be, yeah, that probably is 07FF. Let me see if that's the checksum. Yeah, that's the checksum for 2716 with 800 bytes, I guess, of data. Or is that 800 hex? I can't remember. Whatever. Let's load. Let's go to my desktop somewhere. Go to Donkey Kong. I think this is 16K. 3i, yeah, that should be for 2716. 2K 800 hex is what it is. All right, open that. All right, open in binary. Yes, looks good. Interesting. Load. Open. Yes. Alright, load. Okay, so I'm messing with the buffer right now. I'm just experimenting a little bit. And there's the buffer right there. That does not look good. That's a kind of an ugly looking buffer viewer, that's for sure. Where does it start and end with the ASCII? Probably right there. It's kind of wacky. All right, but anyway, let's go to read write and let's program this thing. Or let's just run. So it's going to blank check, program, and then verify. Let's do that. Oh, error. Oh, blank check. Okay. Let's choose speed. High, speed, mild, mid. I don't know. High. I don't know what that is. That's kind of weird, right? Slowness. Slow. I guess you have five different speed settings. Maybe this is like the highest, and then this is the slowest. Slowness, that's probably the slowest. Let's try to program this chip. Okay, I know it didn't program that fast. Weird. Chip is blank. If we hit load, 3i, yes. Read write, program. That is not good. So it's not programming a 2716. I don't know, that's kind of strange. Maybe it says, maybe you can read 2716s. I might have to go back and read the directions, but you can't program them. That might be the issue there. So I was wondering, I was thinking this USB thing shouldn't be able to do 25 volts, but I don't know, maybe it could. We'll see. All right, back at this. I did a little bit more research. A couple things. One is, let me actually kill the software here and unplug it. If you plug it in, you should get a red light. When you open up the program, you'll get a flashing green and then a solid green letting you know it's good to go. So we know it's good to go, and I verified in my B&K 864 that these chips are erased. So I'm going to go through and just double check them that this thing can actually verify these are erased, and then we're going to program one of these, probably this 27C512. I did also on the web, actually let me back up, let me show this. So hopefully I can zoom in enough where it's still legible. Alright, so what did we do earlier? We did this system USB power. So in the directions, it's saying what this is actually testing is the amps that's being measured on the USB. So I think the maximum is 500 milliamps, so like half of an amp, I guess. Yeah, that should be right. 500 milliamps. And if it goes to 10, you're good. Anything above 5, you should be okay. But to program higher voltage chips, you obviously want it all the way up to 10, because I think there is a some type of up converter, you know, that's taking the 5 volt USB power and up converting it at least to 12 volts, maybe to 21. I don't know. We'll try the 21 volt chip and see as well, but it didn't seem to be working on a 2716 25 volt. But anyway, that's what the USB power is. What I've read on the web is most people have said that this thing cannot program 25 volt chips reliably, or anything really beyond above a 12 volt chip reliably. So that's what we read. So let me go to type, and we are going to choose a 27C512. I'm going to put that chip in. We're going to blank check it. Alright, it's blank. And we're going to come here. We're going to fill our hex. Now it does have the right end address for 27512, which is 64 kilobytes. So it goes to FFF is the last address. We're going to fill the buffer with 0 1s, and we are going to write that to the chip. Let's program. Now, should we choose high speed? I don't know, 0 to 5. It's kind of like a GQ4X in that regard. So let's hit program. Alright, it's programming it. And I'll pause and come right back when it's done. Alright, it's almost done. Says it's good, gives us a little checksum there. 0 FFF. Blank checksum for 0 FF. Yeah, that's probably right. I guess. But let's hit verify. Yeah, and it verifies good. Okay, so that's good. I didn't actually have the correct file to load. So a 27, let's see here, 27C512 programmed fine. Let's try this 2716 one more time. Let's hit the type, 2716, 25 volts. We're going to blank check it. It says it blank checks okay. We get a checksum of 7FF, which is correct. Let's do a buffer edit. Oh, interesting. So can I close that? Why doesn't it automatically go to the end address, which is 7FF? Weird. Alright, let's program this thing. Now, I think the slowest setting should be 50 milliseconds pulse. I would think, but who knows? Yeah, something's jacked up. It is not programming that thing. So let me find a 21 volt chip, because we know it can do a 12 volt chip. So programming like this 27C010 isn't going to do jack. Let me go find a 21 volt. I have a 2763, it says. It's an Intel 2763. But if I blank check it as a 2764, it works. So I figured I'd try it. Let me go to fill. Yeah, it's kind of weird that it doesn't change it automatically. That doesn't change the buffer size depending on what chip you have. 2764 should be 1 FFF. Did that actually even do anything? Let's see. One FFF. Yeah, something is not. I don't like this. Let's see here. Okay, file new. Type. Yes. Exit. Fill. Alright, now it went there. Yes. Okay, we got it. Yeah, okay. Now we got it. Alright, let's go to type. Yes. Let's try to program this thing. Looks like it's trying, but I don't think it's gonna work. Again, this is a 2763. I've never. Yeah, it's got an error. But I do have another Intel 2764. Let's try to blank check it. Uh-oh. Whole program seems to be losing control now. Alright, it recovered by itself, which is nice. Maybe. Did it? Not doing good. Seems to be hosed up. Let me see if I can kill this. I think we have a blank. Okay, 2764. Let's try it. This is actually it's not an Intel. I think it's Hitachi or something, but hopefully it's 21 volts. Let's go slow. Hard to say. Doesn't look like it's working though. Error. And once you get that error, I cannot exit. Okay, there we go. Did I get exit? Looks like the software might start crashing here in a second. Not good. Not looking good. Oh, crap. Alright, there we go. Alright, let me see what I want to test next. I think this is a Hitachi 28 something another, but I think it's still 21 volts. I'd have to look it up, but we're going to try it one more time. It's not a 27C64, it's a 28. 48 2764G. But we're going to try it anyway. Test, alright. And let's do our fill. And our end address is 1FF. We're going to do zeros and ones, and we're going to write it. Yeah, it just can't do 21 volts. That's got to be my expectation. I mean, if I'm wrong and this is a 25 volt, so be it. But it does not like that at all. I don't even know if it's still trying to. Oh yeah, it's completely jacked up. Alright, I'll try one more, which is a 2732, 25 volts. Blank check it. Let's program. No can do. Yeah, it's not going to be able to program it. Well, obviously I have it on high too. And once it fails, I mean, the software does not like it. Alright, so that's enough of that. I'm not going to screw around much anymore with this. I would say I didn't test out the testing of TTL chips, but this programmer definitely works. If you're programming 12.7 volts and less, it's probably fine. It's USB only. It's kind of it's not bad. I mean, if you can get one for cheap and that meets your needs, you can get 2732 chips that are 12 volt programmable. So you probably couldn't do 2516s or 2716s very easily, but anything 2732 and above, you should be fine. And yeah, so there you have it. Top 2004 overall, I would say thumbs down on it, but still, if you pick up one super cheap, and I would have one as a spare or something like that, wouldn't be that bad. But that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Cheers.